Welcome to this week's edition of Stock Breakthroughs. I'm your host, Erin Beal. Here at TFN Financial News, we're always on the lookout for new breakout market niches that Wall Street hasn't quite detected yet. This way, our team of editors leads their readers to invest in these up-and-coming companies on the cheap and then ride out the profits when the mainstream herd later jumps on board. Ann Sosnowski, editor of Diligent Investor and Microcap Hot Sheet, joins us today to tell us all about the latest market niche she's discovered. Thanks for joining us, Ann.
Thank you, Erin.
Ann, can you tell us what you think is going to be the next hot investing sector?
Well, Erin, I have found the next hot niche market medical stock for investors that I believe could return gains of 400% in the next 2 years. Now, this company's closest competitors are currently overvalued, but they have returned gains of over 600% and 225%. And this stock, that's less than $12 per share, is the next in line, which is why I'm not shy about putting a profit target of $50 per share on it in the next 2 years. Now, Erin, what's even more important is that 2 of the executives of this company are from one of the major competitors, and they've honed in on a proprietary technology in a field that's seeing extremely large demand in the baby boomer demographic.
Sounds intriguing. So, Ann, what kind of technology are you referring to here?
Well, Erin, I'm talking about joint replacements. It's estimated that hip replacement surgeries will increase 174% to 572,000 by the year 2030. Knee replacements will jump an exceptional 673% by the year 2030. Now, obviously, you can already see the profit potential on this side of the health industry. This niche market stock's products are poised to take over the current joint replacement material. As it stands, raw material demand for joints is on the rise, and titanium costs have doubled. Now, this is forcing current joint replacement companies to find a more cost-effective alternative for hip and knee replacements. This company that I've pinpointed has found a way to make replacements for bones using organic material that doesn't come from cadaver grafts. It actually comes from cows. Now, this company has a closed deal with a cow ranch in California that has no threat of disease or compromised donations. This ranch's cows are used currently also for pharmaceutical reasons. There is another health company that's using the herd for collagen purposes.
So essentially, this company is cleaning up cow bones and turning them into usable human replacements? But Ann, what's the advantage of using the animal bones versus the bones of humans?
Well, Erin, this niche medical company is revolutionizing the surgical replacement industry by using donations from cows, which are called bovine bone tissue, with increases in hip and knee replacements practically going off the charts, as I explained, over the next 20 to 30 years due to baby boomer demand. An alternative really needs to be found. Currently, the average human donor of bone tissue can yield about 20 to 30 grafts. One cow's bone tissue beats the human donor by 1,000%, making more than 300 grafts for orthopedic use. Now, additionally, cow bones weigh about 10 times that of a human being and are denser and stronger than allografts donated by the deceased. So this company has more material to work with and mold into whatever it will be used for, either a facsimile of a real human bone, a powder, a paste, a screw, a wedge, a filler, you name it, they can use it.
But how safe is this process, really? I mean, I'd think that there'd be risk of animal disease or infection lingering in the bones and then having that transferred to the humans that receive the replacement. Is that possible?
Well, it may sound unsafe to use bovine tissue in humans, but it's actually been used for 30 years. This company has a proprietary cleansing system that makes the bovine donations practically a blank canvas that carries no infection. These bones are so clean that they're indistinguishable from human bone by x-rays. Now, this company has the only proven sterilization technology that eliminates all viruses, bacteria, fungi, and spores from tissue without compromising its potential as a bone implant. Since March 2000, more than 540,000 implants have been sterilized and used in joint operations with 0 incidents of infection or rejection. I mean, you can obviously say it's almost foolproof. The process is fully automated with an added measure of safety, just like strict donor screening and tissue testing from human cadavers.
But Ann, what kind of market is this company's technology looking at? I mean, is it still a very little known process? I'm sure most of us haven't heard it yet. Or is it becoming increasingly used in hospitals and we're just not aware of it yet?
Well, currently, allografts from human donations are used in 1 million surgical procedures throughout the United States each year. This company's exclusive access to bovine bone tissue that acts just like allografts are making analysts predict that this company could take future control of a nearly $2 billion a year industry. Its bovine tissue and bone replacements could give this company a 20% growth rate per annum. In fact, its gross margin could increase by at least 4 times as xenograft biomaterial becomes more widespread in sports medicine and also orthopedic surgery. Now, Aaron, best of all, this company could make billions of dollars on bovine tendon replacements, and they're currently waiting FDA approval for that in the sports medicine industry.
So how much does the stock trade for now, and what kind of price target are you looking at, and in what sort of time frame?
Well, while this company's stock is low priced at about $12 per share, it's already doubled in just the first 5 months of 2007 for 2 specific reasons. First of all, it's getting friends in high places. The company just entered a distribution agreement with one of its top competitors for paste implants that close up holes and fractures in bones. Now, it's also working with another competitor for bone replacements for ankles and feet. Best of all, this company is finally profitable, which is one of my favorite things when looking for stocks. The company has made a 22% gain in revenue. Its net income came in at $134,000, which is compared to a loss of $1.3 million during that same time period in 2006. And the company saw a 69% revenue increase in its sports medicine segment, mainly due to its distribution of tendons for surgeries. Aaron, I stand by my target of $50 per share on this stock that you can currently buy for $12.
Yeah, those are sure some great numbers, especially the fact that they just became profitable. But I'm sensing that you're reluctant to give us the name of this company. Is that because you're saving this pick for your members first, or what's the deal?
Well, Aaron, current diligent investors are already in the stock, and they're showing a gain of about 4%. This stock has a long way to go, but I do urge you to learn more about it before your chance for maximum gain potential evaporates. You can learn more about this stock and our other picks at diligentinvestor.net.
Great. Well, thanks very much for joining us today, Ann.
Thank you, Aaron.
That sure was some interesting information, and I'm sure it'll make us all look at cows in quite a different light. We'll look forward to hearing more about this company when you're ready to share. As Ann said, you can visit www.diligentinvestor.net to sign up for her newsletter and get instant access to this company's profile and recommendation. That's all for this week's edition of Stock Breakthroughs. I'm your host, Erin Beal, and I'll see you back here next week.